Hello everyone, this is the CRT Productions, and in this video I'm going to be explaining to you why my videos look like they were filmed in 2009. I'm going to be showing you my complete 2009 approximate video production setup, including my mobile workstation here and my camera, which I'm filming with right now. And it's just going to be kind of a fun little video, not particularly educational or anything, but I am going to make a follow-up video to this, hopefully, if all goes well, if all goes to plan, which will hopefully maybe have some sort of educational value to it. So you can probably hear a bit of the rain on the roof right now, which is, as always, the telltale sign that it's time for another CRT Productions video, partially featuring co-featuring a laptop. So here we go. Let's see what I've got to show you today. So first things first, the camera that I'm using in this setup is the JVC Pro HD GY-HM 100U. It's a kind of a prosumer camcorder from 2009, of course. It records in 1080p, full HD, 60i is what I'm using to film this video, 60 interlace, which is really just 30 frames per second, of course. And that's all it does. It doesn't do 60 FPS. The camcorder isn't all that impressive by today's standards, but at the time it was quite revolutionary for one purpose, and one purpose only. Sadly, the reason that it was so revolutionary at the time was because of these things right here. That is SD cards. It uses SD cards. It doesn't use tapes. For some reason in 2009 and throughout all of the 2000s, even into the early 2010s, it was still commonplace for pro camcorders to use tapes. Of course, not the traditional analog tapes. It was HDV tapes, which did record 1080p 60i, but still tapes. And of course, with tapes, you can't just take those and insert them into your computer and copy the files off them. You have to record those using FireWire and recording it in real time onto your computer, which is a huge pain. Well, besides that, it of course has a manual focus ring, which can be set to either be used for zoom or for focus. So you can, do your focusing or your zooming with that. Has a fake ND filter. ND filter is sort of like, they call it the sunglasses for your camera. It blocks out some sunlight for when you're filming in bright light outdoors. That's a fake ND filter though. When you turn it on, it just kind of darkens the picture, like artificially, electronically. But on fancier camcorders, there would be a physical, like, ND filter, piece of plastic that would come down in front of the lens and would, it's like sunglasses. It's like a sunglass for the camcorder. And anyway, yeah, it has lots of nice features, most of which I don't use, but never mind that. This one in particular is in kind of rough shape. The LCD screen flops around. It's still able to hold its position fine. It works fine. Nothing wrong with it, but a little floppy. The handle was bent when I first got it. My phone. See, this is why you get a proper camera, because my phone not particularly the best in the world. Automatic stuff. That's why we like these manual controls of the camcorder. And anyway, yeah, not much to see on this side. It has a mode switch. You can take still images with it, 1920 by 1080 still images that looked pretty bad. But anyway, yeah, got the zoom there and everything, Well, my iPhone just ran out of storage. What a surprise. Anyway, I guess we'll move on to the other half of this setup. I do like the camcorder though. It's nice to use. It works nicely. It has nice image stabilization, which was kind of a problem with early HD camcorders. Early as in early. This one was a little bit later. HD had been around for quite some time by then. 2009. This one was kind of the evolution of that. It was kind of the first camcorder that was actually good. I'll say that was 1080p. First good 1080p camcorder. That's how I would describe that one in however many words that was. So there you go. I was also going to briefly mention the tripod I'm using. I bought it Goodwill for either $8 or $10, and it's an old one. I have no idea how old it is, but I can tell by the old school made in Taiwan sticker, the little golden sticker that you used to see on stuff all the time. It's got to be at least from 2009 or earlier, so that's interesting. Anyway, we'll move on to the laptop now. So you might see this and say, well, you know, that's not exactly what I think of when I think of a laptop. That looks more like a big briefcase or something, or like like luggage or something like that. Well, what can I say? You're not wrong. This thing weighs like 16 pounds. It's quite large, but inside of it, we will see what that is as soon as I adjust the camcorder, of course. All right, so let's get this thing opened up and see what's in here. I wonder what it's going to be. Oh, it's a laptop. What a surprise. This is a laptop that you've seen if you've been watching my videos anytime in the last 2 years, year and a half anyway. This is the HP Compaq 8710W. I'd like to reintroduce you to this laptop here. This is from November of 2007, so this one is a little bit older than the camcorder, but this was essentially top-of-the-line stuff at the time. This was in that awkward period for laptops when HP was actually ahead of Dell as far as their innovations and as far as their profits as a company. They had acquired Compaq not too long before that. I think it was, I don't remember exactly when it was, but it might have been like in the late 90s. But anyway, they're still using their name. This is technically the HP Compaq 8710W. I don't know if I said that earlier, but anyway, yeah. Most people just call it HP, but it was HP Compaq. It's an awkward time, but anyway. Yes, this thing takes forever to turn on, so I'll go ahead and power it on. I assume it has a little bit of battery charge. But yeah, this is a high-end mobile workstation. It says mobile workstation right there. And yeah, what can I really say about it? It has Windows Vista, of course. It's in 2009, you know. That's what we were working with. It has Intel Centrino, which means it has a Core 2 Duo and some other Intel chips inside. And it has an NVIDIA Quadro FX. Let me see now, what was it? It was a 1700M, I think. I don't know. I'm not too up on the whole Quadro situation, but yeah, this is the only laptop I have that has a Quadro card in it. I think it's the FX 1700 or 1600 or something like that. Old Quadro card, and there it is. It is booted up, and this thing's pretty much ready to go as soon as it turns on. So let me get the gigantic bag. I just wanted to mention the bag because it's really cool and it's old. Made specifically for giant laptops like this. This is a 17.3-inch laptop, and it fits very easily in this bag. You could fit an even larger laptop. 18.4-inch, I think, is another size that was common back in the days of ginormous laptops. But anyway, yeah, so let's take a look. I'm going to readjust the camcorder. All right, now we are using the computer. So we do need to check our computer security. Right now I have it in, let's see, what is it? Power saver. Let's not do that. Let's do high performance. There we go. Now we've got Aero on. That's what we need when we're editing videos. We need Aero. Let me see, where's my brightness at? It needs to be as bright as possible. This monitor doesn't get all that bright, but anyway, here it is. This thing is basically set up as it would have been in 2007, except for the suite that I have here. I have Office 2007 on it, but I have Adobe CS6 installed on here. You can see one of the programs there, InDesign. I have the whole thing on there, just because I can. But here's Premiere Pro CS6 now. Adobe CS6 is from, I think, 2012. So, yeah, it's, you know, it's not exactly in our time period here, but CS6, as far as differences between older versions, it's not really all that different. Just, you know, has more nice features. So we're not technically using a 2009 editing suite here, but you know how it goes. So I'll go ahead and make a new project here. Let's see, what's this going to be? A test video, who cares? Alright, and this, it gives you all these ridiculous options. They don't do this anymore in current versions of Creative Cloud, which I absolutely despise. But anyway, it gives you all these options. You can do Red R3D, which was like a cinema camera, I guess. It's 4K in 2012, huh? How about that? Anyway, imagine editing 4K video on this laptop. Anyway, we'll just select that. Doesn't matter because it's going to automatically change it when I put the video file in here. Now, what do we do now that we have this here? We need some footage, do we not? Well, we're going to get some footage for it right now. Alright, so we've got some footage here. We've got the SD card from the camcorder, of course. And, well, you know, laptops nowadays, what do when you want to move footage from a camera over? You got to get your dongle out and USB it in. This one here, don't need all that silliness. We've got a card reader right on the front of the laptop there, and we'll put it in there. And there it is. We'll just open that folder up and just go right on in here and find our videos. There we go. And there they are. Alright. The ones that I just filmed are right here, I believe. Let's just double check that. And recorded some funny videos of graphics cards. Yeah, that's it. Alright. So, we'll see how this laptop handles video. Each one of these 16 gigabyte SD cards can record for about 55 minutes. So, and that's in the high quality mode, the highest quality, of course. It does have lower quality modes that you can use. Alright, so we'll get Adobe Premiere Pro pulled back up here. We'll just dump those folders in here. It'll import them here. It'll say that. Don't care about that though. And we'll just open the folder up and it'll show me my video. There you go. It doesn't match the sequence settings, so we'll just click change sequence settings. And the sequence setting that did not match was probably the frame rate. So, you know, you change that. And it will do this down here. I recorded a humorous little stylistic compilation of graphics cards. Wow, look at that. Footage turned out better than I expected. Wow. Alright, I was expecting it to be kind of trashy quality. That's just one frame, obviously, but yeah, it looks pretty decent. This camcorder can record good quality video. I do have an ND filter kit, physical ND filters, which I use with it. They're these little glass rings that you can screw on to the front of the lens. I'm not using one right now because it's very dark in here, but outside I used one, and I'm going to put a little compilation of clips together here, and yeah, we'll just see how it turned out. And there's our subject right there. Alright, so as usual when I'm editing and putting together some little, what's supposed to be a little short, fun project, I went way overboard, as you can probably see there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and export this project. We'll take a look and see how long it takes to export this thing using this old laptop here. Just get that tightened up there. Let's go up here to the thing. We'll go ahead and export media. Alright, we don't want to do NTSC DV. It's not actually 2009, so we don't want it to look like 2009. Let's see, we want H.264. That's the modern format, and it defaults to Android tablet. That's the 1920 by 1080 30 FPS thing. We put an output name here. And we just test video. Alright, and I put some nice effects on the video. See if I can get down here. We don't want to export it in crappy quality because we're trying to kind of test the quality here. That's the whole point, I believe. Alright, so I'm exporting this at 16 megabits per second. We're going to export that and see how long it takes. Yeah, it'll probably take a while. It's 2:45 right now, so alright. Although the laptop says 2:47, that's interesting. Alright. And right now it's estimating the time remaining as 11 minutes. Yeah, I'm not going to record that. But anyway, I'll see you when it completes, I suppose. Alright, so I came back sometime later and it was already finished. It finished rendering the video at 2:56, so 2:45 to 2:56. How many minutes is that? Let me see. Let me get out the calculator here. And let's see. It's exactly 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Very accurate on the prediction there, I would say. Somewhere sort of like another prediction service that we are very familiar with here on this channel. But anyway, we're not going to get into that right now. We're going to get into this test video that I edited. I didn't record it because it took me like 2 hours to edit this thing. Not because of the laptop though. It was a very nice experience editing on the laptop, very fast. Again, with these videos, 60i or 30 FPS videos is fine with this laptop. It can handle that pretty well. But if you were trying to edit videos from a newer camera, even like a smartphone or something, 60 FPS especially at 1080p or probably even 720p 60 FPS, it would struggle mightily. But with this older camcorder, it's just fine. So I guess I'll show the test video now. It's like, what was it, like 30 seconds I think, something like that. Yeah. There you go. Alright, well, that was just kind of a little fun video that I had planned to do for a while there, and I finally got around to doing it, so there you go. It was fun for me. I don't know how much fun it was to watch, but it was fun to make this video, so I hope you enjoyed. I enjoy making videos. I don't intend to stop, but it's been kind of a slow go lately making videos, so there you go. I guess that's it. If you have any suggestions, you can leave them in the comments and I'll probably ignore them. So there you go. All right. Put that in there. Okay. Get this thing put back up and put on eBay. Probably get about $5 for it. Let's see. That's my outro.